At this time, I would yield 2 minutes to the Western Caucus Chairman, the gentleman from California, Mr. LaMalfa.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it. I rise today in support of the Permit Act, which includes important provisions from my own bill, the Forest Protection and Wildland Firefighter Safety Act. In the West, we live with the reality that a single spark can turn into a forest disaster instantly, or like we saw 11 months ago in Pacific Palisades and Altadena. In my district, the city of Paradise is still rebuilding from the 2018 Camp Fire. Every season brings the same concern, as well as the disappearance of the towns of Greenville and Canyon Dam in Plumas County. We need every tool to keep ready from a new small fire from turning into the next catastrophe. One of the most important tools we have, the Forest Service relies on, is the use of aerial fire retardant, that pinkish red stuff you see coming out of the DC-10s and many other aircraft. It effectively slows the spread of fast-moving fires and gives the hand crews and trucks on the ground a chance to get control. But a lawsuit by an environmental group claimed the Forest Service can't use this retardant without a Clean Water Act permit, even though it's used it for dozens of years very successfully. A judge agreed. Now that group is working to block the use of retardant altogether while the Forest Service waits for permits to grind through an EPA process. Thankfully, a temporary stay on the lawsuit didn't take this critical tool away starting last 2 years ago. 47 states have delegated authority under the Clean Water Act. That means that even after the EPA issues a permit, those states, including my home of California, would have to issue their own permits. This would create a maze of different requirements and bog down the Forest Service in red tape at the exact moment when the speed matters. My bill fixes that. Clean Water Act already recognizes the difference between fighting fires and causing pollution. My bill ensures that the aerial fire retardant, which is already subject to strict Forest Service rules, is treated the same way as runoff from other fire control activities, so our firefighters aren't stuck waiting on paperwork, permit approvals when lives and towns are in harm's way. We've seen what happens when delays allow the fires to get ahead of us. California's lost over 13.5 million acres the last decade. We can't afford to tie the hands. We can't afford to tie the hands of them. I urge this provision, and please vote for the Permit Act.
Reserve.
Gentleman